Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I've got an open box from NGC, and it's kind of a fun little mixture. This stuff was all sent in on NGC's standard service, and we're going to take a closer look at these coins and see what we can see as far as the quality of the coins and the grades that they came back. So this coin here, this is an 1881 Carson City dollar, and one of the things I'm going to draw your attention to right away is the spotting up here, which, it's pretty thick. Like the center parts are thick, and it's the type of thing that honestly, I probably should have had them conserve it, send it to NCS and have them remove those spots, and I'll tell you why here in just a moment. The overall quality of the fields is really great. It has a touch of proof-like quality, really nice eye appeal. You've got a few marks on the face there, nothing that is really outlandish. Very clean field, a little bit some scuffs there, and of course a nice strong date. Overall, the quality of the coin is I think very strong. Now 81 cc's do come well struck like this, oftentimes with a little bit of that satiny proof-like field. They call this one an MS63. So of course MS63 just being an average dollar, this coin I think is a little bit nicer than that. In fact, I've seen MS65s that don't look that nice, but the thing is those spots, right? So you're looking at the overall grade of the coin, and I think those spots are problematic. I think that it's the type of thing that I should have sent it to NCS or in PCGS, either one, because I think it's a really nice coin. Now these coins don't change much in value from MS63 to 4, so it's not a big deal. This coin I'll probably still get on the high end for because it's such a high eye appeal coin. It's probably a $600 to $700 coin, probably on the high end, 700. They made less than 300,000 of these guys, so it's a very low mintage for a Morgan dollar. Now most of that mintage survived, which is one of the reasons why they're not super expensive. All right, next up we're going to go to a coin that has 20 million made. So this coin I sent in not necessarily because of the grade, but just because I liked the coin as a whole. Now the back has some pretty dark, heavy blue toning to it, and it's not attractive for a lot of people's taste. Not too many contact marks though. It's got a few marks that are kind of hidden by the toning. The obverse has a lot of heavier marks on. This is the trick about toned coins, and it's even hard for me to kind of get the right angle because you see the white is just breaks in the toning, so then you got to get it to where you can see kind of the marks on the face. Like right there's a lot of contact marks scattered on the face. The field is pretty nice, and then of course the thing about the coin that I liked is just anytime you get that really strong cobalt blue into some of these sunset oranges and crimsons, those are really nice to have. MS63, I will say that eye appeal wise, I'm a little surprised this didn't get a 4. Not that there's a big difference. The coin's still, $100, $200 coin, just because the obverse toning, I think, sells the coin. It's overall, it's a really neat piece. Could have been a notch higher, but I'm not going to complain about that one because the grade was never the most important part on that coin. We're going to go down in time, back in history, and I got this 1873 dollar. Now these guys are lots of fun. This is the earlier seeded dollar, and they made less than 300,000 of these as well. It's really this original looking coin, and one of the reasons I went ahead and sent it in is because it's hard for me to tell you exactly how many of these I see that are cleaned or bright or shiny, and maybe that is all of them. And this coin had just such a nice original dark tone to it. It's the type of thing that it's been in an album forever, and there's very little detail to it. and I said, you know what, it's probably the same price almost no matter what grade it comes back. So 1873, just a fun looking dollar. A good 4, which I thought was a little bit intriguing because, you know, I can't say that I've had many of these graded good 4 or good 6. So, you know, who am I to judge? But I thought maybe a G6 on this one. But it doesn't really matter once again because the grade's not that big of a difference. The price isn't that big of a difference from one grade to the next. It's the type of coin that you put in your typeset, and it's probably about a $300 coin, just the way it is. Really neat original coin. Kind of hard to come by stuff that's original, that's that grade. Usually these things are bright and shiny, but bright and shiny in a bad way. Next up, 1853 $5 gold piece. So this is cool because I don't see a whole lot of the coins, the $5 gold pieces that are pre-Civil War. A lot of them got melted and reused, and this coin had a lot of detail to it. You can see it's got some luster left to it as well, but it's a little bit flat. It's got some wear to it. Is not an uncirculated coin, and a little bit easier to see the luster on the obverse than on the reverse of the coin. 1853. It's a nice looking piece all around, and they graded it AU53. Once again, nothing really to complain about there. It's not uncirculated. It's a nice middle AU. The difference between a 53 and a 55 in price is almost nothing. And it's the type of thing that's really interesting because you have a mintage of just over 300,000 pieces. And what's interesting about this type of stuff is the collectors, the people who actually collect these by date, a lot of times those are the big money guys. Oftentimes these guys that collect these by date have deeper pockets, so what you'll see them buying uncirculated coins. This is a coin that an MS63 is like $5 grand. So it's really interesting to see a coin with that low of mintage, and then but an AU like this, you'd think, wow, it's got to be pretty pricey, and yet it's only like an $800 or $900 coin. It is not super expensive in the marketplace. So I think it's fun if you collect these type of coins to take a look and see, okay, so I can get an AU. You know, the the MS63 is like $5 grand, but I can get a nice AU for like $900. Sounds like a winner. Sounds like a fun coin to own. And now, last but not least, we got this nice 1911 $2.50 gold piece. Our goal on this coin was to get it uncirculated. Got that spot to not get off of there, off of the plastic. It's in my way. I'm sorry. All right. So our goal on this coin was to get it to be in an MS61, 2, maybe 3. The luster is really great on the reverse field. Nice looking coin. Mintage of just over 700,000 pieces. Nice luster throughout the headdress, and neat looking coin all around. These are really fun to collect, by the way, you know, because it's really hard to tell a difference between, you know, mint state and AUs and MS61 2s and 3s. So this is an MS61. So that came back within the grade that we thought it would. So that's probably a $500 to $600 coin currently in this market. And if I can just get that piece of lint or something off the plastic. There we go. Much better now. So that's a pretty neat looking coin and a nice grade to get it in. And I always like these guys when they're a higher grade, because then you've got all that luster that flows on the Indian's face because of the way that it's the incuse design. And then on the headdress, you watch the luster flow on the headdress too. Pretty cool coin. So, all right, guys, there you go. Got a nice little group of coins in. For those of you who don't know, oftentimes these will be, if you have interest in any of these, if they're still available by the time the video hits, in the show notes on the video, you can actually look in the show note area, the description area, and there'll be links to the coins if they're available either on our website or sometimes on eBay. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.